Welcome to Ready Set Roll, Black Star, with your DM Craig and his players, Ben as a Hallway, Jonathan as Alor, Adrian as Norman, and Daniel as Newt.
Yeah. Starting off good with my 7 and my 4.
I did 120 and everything else has been below 10.
Yep. That's
about it.
There you go.
That's the norm.
We peaked.
You just have to like bump your stats so your stat modifier helps you.
That does not. You do enough.
There's a reason why I normally play classes where I don't have to roll. I make everybody else roll.
Welcome back to Ready Set Roll.
And copyright strike.
Y'all ready for this?
Only if it's good.
Lawsuit.
If you're good enough.
Yeah, if you're good enough.
So, who wants to tell me what happened last time on Ready Set Roll Black Star? Nose goes, I guess.
Oh, nose goes? Well, he's touching his nose.
Oh, you can't reverse it. Say reverse that
Pull
card.
out an Uno reverse card. Fuck.
You just keep that in your wallet. Yes.
Man, it was so long ago. I don't think I remember.
So, anybody.
Well, last time, the four of us were gathered in some manners of, I don't know, the guards just didn't like us. Particularly me. Racist. And they threw us into a shabby old wagon and carted us along into this eerie wood that pretty much going to keep everybody in because why you want to go out to that fucking place? And in the midst of it, there was thoughts of escape. Probably got a chance of it, but escape means running into the woods and getting lost and probably never being seen again. So, in the end, the group just decided to stay together until we got to the town and saw a gnome with a presence. I mean, it seemed like he was 8 feet tall, but in reality, he's only like, what, 4 feet maybe?
Standing
3.
on a crate.
Yeah, on a crate.
Yeah.
Real posing. You're doing the superhero pose, but he's kind of like,
He's got what we call in the biz little man syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
Classic.
Then we got pulled out of the cart and separated. 2 of us went into foraging, and the other 2 go to testing.
Yeah.
The guy that tested didn't eat their food, which was really weird, because, it looked really good from what I've heard. Because I got sent to foraging, which sucks.
Yeah, when clearly you wanted to go to foraging.
Yeah. I told them foraging, and he said forge. I'm like, there's an A in there.
Punctuation matters.
Gosh, damn.
Knowles know how to spell. Strange.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, why does the null have to fix this crap?
Wow. Our school standards have really degraded.
Obviously, there was a clerical error.
Oh,
A cleric where?
We're playing the cleric class? I like to do that one.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's the null.
The clerk.
Didn't somebody do that? Claimed to be a cleric, but they were really a clerk.
Run to the goblin camp, be like, no, hold on, guys. Let me reevaluate your finances here. You guys are doing something wrong.
Oh, shit.
I thought you were here. No, I'm a tax man.
I'll do your finances.
Oh, shit. All right, so back at the Forge of Witch Hazel. We are going to swap over to the Forge group. You guys have been hard at it. He sounds like a tennis player every time he swings. But yeah, so you've been hard at it. Your stomachs are starting to growl. You see another chain gang start to come up, and they start releasing and hooking everybody up that's on the bench with you guys to your own chain gang. Yeah. They're going to cycle you all out for the day.
Okay, and you said they chains around the waist, right?
Yes.
Of every person?
Yes.
And I'm assuming most of these people are humans or humanoid?
Yes.
I feel bad for the people next to the highway.
They're just
It's
kinda, like,
me!
dangling.
Damn it!
Yeah, because her waist is about where your head is. And she's not lowering.
So, they all kind of funnel you guys to where you saw the testing people went. You all end up going to the school. You see a good old cafeteria.
Is there a lunch lady?
Yes, but it's actually a man.
Oh, so is it Adam Sandler singing Lunch Lady Land?
Yes.
Sweet.
Is it Square Pizza Day?
Ah, dude, I love that.
What about the Bosco sticks? I need those too.
Classic.
Here's
No.
a question for y'all.
You get slop.
With the square pizzas, did you put ketchup on the square pizzas?
Don't make me
No.
throw up.
It's tomato based. It's kind of like pizza sauce, but without the additional basil and
God,
such.
that just reminds me of doing weird stuff on the boat. Like, oh yeah, we could just easy mac and then throw some tuna in there and just mix it up. It's like a tuna helper. It's great.
So, the square pizza is reserved for testing only. You all get slop.
What kind of slop?
Nah. I mean, it's kind of like
Is it the gray slop, the brown slop?
it's purple for some odd reason. It's actually gray slop, but they add purple dye to it, so it's
Oh,
just a little
fancy.
better.
Is it in a bowl or like a plate? Like how do they give it to us?
They give you all like wooden plates that have been like carved. You know what I mean? And then they just kind of slop it down on there.
Newt's gonna give it a.
You hear it like, as it hits it.
Oh, I thought you were doing the sound very Howard because she is literally about to do that because she don't care. She's just going to eat it, and it's not pleasant.
Now you do notice that they bring the testing people back in because that was lunch for you guys. This is now dinner for testing, but you all have been sitting kind of on a different like section of the cafeteria. Nobody's saying that you can't sit with each other if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like, I know these people, so I'm going to kind of hang out over here. I don't know those people. I don't want to ruffle any feathers.
Yahweh is unfortunately face first into her bowl or her plate of food, and it's not, like I said, it's not a pretty sight. It's more on her face than in her mouth at this point.
And then slowly slides her hand over to try to grab...
There is no slow about it. If he hasn't touched it at all, she literally just...
Newt will slide his food to a hallway.
No, you don't get the chance to. If you've not touched it...
you don't understand.
Yeah.
You can't be polite about this.
She licks it. She'll take a glance. If you've not touched it at all, she's grabbed it and touched it, and she's taking it, and it's in her face.
She's like, "It's my strong hand." She touches it.
Yeah, Newt was just kind of staring at it for a while, and then he just sees it go away, and he's like, okay.
Yeah, she's got two things of food in her face now at this point.
So as they bring the testing guys in, you all obviously notice Yahweh because she's a giant monster creature.
I figured she'd kind of blend in.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? That's what the first Forge is supposed to
If
be.
you get at
Camouflage.
least a 20 on your perception check to notice that abomination.
So if y'all wanted to converse, you definitely can here.
Do we get a delicious plate
yeah,
of
do we
food?
get-
Yes, you all get a very delicious plate of food
Okay.
that is far superior to the slop.
Okay.
Fantastic.
What does the slop taste like?
It tastes like it's actually not bad.
Does it taste like purple?
It tastes like purple drink.
Yeah.
No, it's not actually really that bad. It's almost like it's got like a lobster-y taste, but it's really different.
Texture.
Texture.
Yeah,
Gravy lobster.
yeah.
My favorite.
So I'm gonna take my food and sit down, warily of across the table from a highway here, just so I don't get my food taken.
I sit
Yeah,
right
she'll
next- I
she'll
sit
see
right
it. And
next
she'll
to her.
kind of thinks about it, but she'll shrug.
I sit right next to her. She doesn't notice me at first, though.
I noticed the food.
Yeah, where does this plate of food come from?
You just hear.
Exactly. But then she'll kind of look at Nuke. She's like, I did take his food, so she'll kind of like take some off her face and be like, and rub it on his cheek. Are you hungry?
No, actually.
You're very strange
I don't understand it either.
and pale.
I don't understand that either. Whenever Hallway did go across his face like that, she could feel his skin is cold to the touch.
part of it like rips off, like you just.
No. It's still it's still
Walks
firm and
off.
squishy.
The cold part made her kind of pause for a second, and then suddenly you have an 8-foot creature leaning down right in your face, and then you just hear her nose going. She's sniffing you very intently.
I mean, he smells normal, a little dirty because he's a beggar, but
Well, what is normal? Like human, et cetera, et cetera?
he smells like flesh. Not rotting or decaying, just flesh.
She's still in your face. She's kind of like, why are you cold?
I don't know. Blood circulation's low.
I got diabetes.
I got diabetes. You took my only food, so now I'm going to die from diabetes.
They're gonna take my leg.
Oh, can I have it?
I'm good.
I like drumsticks. She's like, She's a little weirded out by that because normally someone who's cold it's very off.
We completely divert the campaign, try to figure out what Dan's deal is.
Yeah.
Start doing his. Dan's now the DM.
So, I ask my two friends over here that were at the Forge, trying to get some information on like what all you guys saw and did, and exchange. Might give up some of my tasty food here in exchange for some information.
Now we're talking business.
Oh.
What do you want to know?
Everything that you
We talking
saw,
that cheddar?
did, everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to take everything.
All right. How about half, and I'll give you half.
All right, I'm going to do that. I guess I want to do. So I probably should do like a perception roll to see like what all she knows outside of what you said, or what? Because naturally, a highway, because she's new there, she's going to be looking around,
Yeah, give me
seeing
a
what other
perception.
people do, and kind of get a normal. What's the routine? Oh man, here we go. 10.
Ooh. We're getting high quality information here.
So you notice
It's
like
half.
that storage area that you noticed earlier. You have seen a steady influx and outflux of
The random materials.
random materials, people going in, people coming out. They're just constantly shifting in. Sometimes you may or may not see like a person loading up the weapons and stuff that you've made going into that storage area. You do know that the little guard barracks it shifts in and out. Like you see patrols going in and out. Like they'll gather at that barracks, and then they all leave together. There is another there's like a stable for the horses and the carriage and shit like that.
Would I be able to tell how many guards there are, or get a rough estimate?
With the 10, there could be anywhere between like 5 to 12 different patrols outside in Witchwood at one time.
Okay,
But you're not entirely sure because they all kind of have like a standard uniform. You'd be like,
they all
okay,
look the same.
That could be fucking patrol number 3, or that could be a completely different patrol I didn't count for.
Okay. Well, during the forging during all the fun times of smashing metal with a hammer, noticed there's several patrols. I could get a really good estimate of the amount of guards. Say about that. There's probably about 13 patrols. Could be 6 though. I don't know. They all look the same in their pretty outfits. What do you think they taste like?
Probably like people, I'd imagine.
People are nice.
What kind of items were you guys making?
It's a ramshackle of things. We did mostly weapons, but there was also shackles. There was always different molds. It was just they'd always shifted. It was weird. It's like it never was a uniform thing. It was just shackles, weapon, something odd. It would go down the line, be these magic users casting some kind of magic with gems on it, and then we noticed they'd be carted away into their storage, and then eventually there'd be carts of weapons. I didn't see anything of the ramshackle stuff, or I'm assuming that when you said shackles, was it just shackles, or was there other things we were also forging?
No, it was just like some type of like shackle, or it wasn't even really like shackles. It was more of like a bracelet, that type of thing. Like for one, that was one thing. The shackles were actually like handcuff type of things.
Okay.
You know.
So I'd imagine the shackles are locally used.
Cool. Well, here's half. I bet it.
Her tongue just lolls out of her mouth like, ah.
And I'm actually gonna eat the food this time because
Okay.
I'm.
And you fucking die. No,
You're supposed to let the old food taste
was
it.
poison.
They got me. They got me.
What about you though? She says in the middle of like what's this whole testing bit, and why do you get the fancy food?
Oh,
yeah, Norman.
You probably would like this job. You get the nice food, then you go into this room. They give you a number, and then when they call the number, you get to test the equipment out in the woods. There's only one guy that I know that's came back, and it's old Jim over there.
he's just standing
So-
hauntingly over in the corner.
So how he kind of thinks about it for a second. She's, well, if they're sending you out with these test equipment, what keeps you from not just trying to run away if they've already let you out in the woods?
I'm assuming whatever happened to old Jim is probably what we're gonna get to experience.
If you come back, let me know. Oh, if you don't, can I have your stuff?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Sweet. And then she looks over. She goes, "Where does this tray of food come from?" She didn't see you at all. She just sees the food.
And half of it's gone already.
Why is it back? And then she finally sees, "Oh,
Oh shit!
sorry.
It's a naked guy again.
You're so small." And she does take her hand and kind of like goes down really far, and then he goes further. So, oh, okay.
Sizing you up.
Yep.
So I am also curious why our friend Newt here isn't eating.
Hallway took my food.
Oh,
I didn't take his food. He let me have his food because he didn't resist.
That's not consenting to give you my food.
are you?
It's consenting when you don't say or do anything about it,
Are you
little man.
You want a little bit of
I'm-
snacks left?
I'm fine. I'm too tired to eat.
Oh, okay.
The forge exhausted me.
It makes me wonder why they put you on the forge.
I don't know either.
Your scrawny little arms can barely hit anything. I had to hit them for you.
I get the feeling there is a huge level of mismanagement going on in this establishment.
Yeah, because they don't know how to say forge and foraging.
This is gonna be our new basis joke. It's just... No, I said foraging. Damn it! Oh shit. What's up? This is lunchtime.
This is dinner.
Dinner, and then we're gonna go find our sleeping quarters after this.
So I guess I'm assuming we're all still chained in some way, correct?
Not really here.
Not here. I'm assuming there's probably guards outside or inside or something like that.
Kind of keeping a very lackadaisical watch.
They're just kind of there.
Yeah.
Kind of take a look at how many.
They probably
They're
don't
all
expect
equipped
anyone
with?
to try to
Probably
do
like 6
anything.
or 7 of them. There's not really that many.
Same
Compared-
equipment like crossbows and stuff.
Yeah, crossbows.
Did we notice any kind of like prison, like solitary confinement or anything?
Not that you have noticed.
How many prisoners? Like, would we think this is even all the prisoners right now, or is it just like a shift of?
It could be a shift. You don't quite know like all the ins and outs, like where are they getting this materials, because you haven't seen anything from the outside come in.
Yeah.
So like they could have some type of off-site mine, or maybe they have, other things that you're not quite aware of.
How many people does Newt think this place could hold?
This place could hold a few hundred.
Okay.
How many prisoners is there roughly here at the moment? You'd say.
I'd say there's probably like in the mess, maybe 40.
Okay. And I'm assuming it's just a variety of people.
Yeah, people, monsters. Like there, you see a goblin over there. There's like there's some humans. There's some elves. There's some drow. There's some like it's
A little bit of a hodgepodge of everything.
Yeah. So a bugbear comes up to Norman and says, "You gonna eat the rest of that?"
No, I was gonna offer it to my friend over here since he hasn't eaten
I
anything.
didn't know that we were such good friends. As he goes to grab your tray.
How his hand comes down very hard on said tray. If he's giving it to anybody, It's me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
As he goes and he puts his hand right on like a turkey leg and goes to bring it back and he goes, "Is that what we're doing?" As he takes the bite out.
She
of
immediately
it.
punches him in the face.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. All right, there we go.
Yeah, sweet.
There was no hesitation.
we got
Like the
popcorn?
moment he's
Got popcorn?
get closer
I
to
wanna
it,
watch.
it's a fist coming to his face.
So, I will say that we have like a little scuffle. Let's just roll like a d20. Whoever gets higher of the two, I'm not
Well, I
gonna say. What'd you get?
Okay, it's 11.
I got a 17. I'm not gonna say one person beat the shit out of another. It was just kind of like a little tussle. The guards came and they hollered for more guards because you all are obviously
A bugbear and a knoll.
a bugbear and a fucking knoll. And as they level crossbows at you guys to try to simmer down the situation, they're like, "It's time for the hot box.
What's a hot box?
You're about to find out, buddy.
I'm not your buddy, pal.
I'm not your pal friend.
I'm not your friend, guy.
I'm not your guy, buddy."
And the looped.
So they take you guys, try to escort you guys out, and on the edge of town there is condemned housing there. It has been, I don't want to say reinforced, but boarded over, and they kind of like shove you all into this house and then shut the door behind you.
Okay, and I'm assuming it's just me and this bugbear now in this condemned house, or it's separate housing now.
It's
isolated.
It's isolated.
Okay.
And it is unbearably hot here.
Well, that's a good time.
So you will be spending a little bit of time in the hot box
With the bugbear.
with the bugbear.
Oh,
But
is
the bugbear's like in the room next to you. So if you
that's what I
wanted to,
meant. Like, is he in the same room?
if you wanted to like chit chat, it's kind of like he's in the cell. You know V for Vendetta. Whenever she can, like,
Yeah.
kind of like, yeah, that.
Okay. So she's like, "This stay this hot this whole time?
It hasn't gotten any cooler.
How long do they usually keep us in here?"
Well, it depends on the crime. Us, our little scuffle, we'll probably spend the night.
I think I can handle that.
And it is fucking really hot here. Like really, really hot.
Yeah, she's gonna act cool and calm, but she's sweating balls. Yeah, her mouth is just.
So, the next morning, I will say that you will take a point of exhaustion because it's so fucking hot it is.
Well, yeah, she couldn't. There's no way you're gonna be asleep in that.
Yeah. But after that situation calms down, what will the three of you be doing?
Oh no, they knocked my food over. I can't eat now. Oh no. Is it bedtime?
It is. They
That's-
would probably kind of, you hear another bell ring, and then the majority of the people just kind of herd out, and then they go to what would be considered the prison's quarters. It is an old barn that they have like a tri bunk bed type situation. These beds do look like they have been used, and you're not quite sure if they're just like rotating shifts into these bunk beds, but everybody's just kind of like picking a spot.
Yeah.
So there's no assigned
No.
beds.
Newt is gonna sneak some food from the mess hall, like that got kind of tossed around and everything during the scuffle. He's gonna sneak some.
Okay. Nobody really gives a shit.
Yeah.
So.
I'm gonna try to sleep next to, or I'm gonna pick a bed near Jim.
In your gym?
Yes.
Okay.
Norman, do you need an extra blanket? I know you're naked and everything.
No, I stay pretty warm thanks to the beard.
just
It's quite insulated.
just fluffs it out like a sheet. Oh shit.
What's the security like in this barracks quarters?
Very minimum.
Minimum. So, approaching it, like, what does the security look like around? Like, does it look like I could, like, if I wanted to, I could kind of like leave the bunk and kind of wander around? Or is it
Yeah,
like
because
enough
it's constant outside. There's people going in and out doing shit. You know what I mean? They more or less figure we're gonna stop any fights and shit because these are our assets, are my workers. Mm-hmm. We don't want them getting injured because we need them for work. What else you do in that situation is I mean, obviously, you're not going to be able to go into like the storage area without there going to be some people there.
Yeah, basically, like, once you're off your shift, it's kind of like you do whatever the hell you want. If it's an area you're not supposed to be, there's like guards posted there, but no one's going to be like, "Hey, you're out past curfew."
Yeah, because they don't know who's on shift and who's not. It's just, they're kind of funneling you to your areas as you see.
During this time, Newt is going to
Start speaking parcel tongue.
he's going to poke one of the other prisoners and ask, how many hours of sleep do we normally get?
I don't know, man. Like, I quit wearing a watch. No, I'm just kidding.
My sundial broke about 2 weeks ago.
I fell on it wrong. Mm-hmm. No, he tells you that there's at least like a 6-hour period that you all get.
So enough for a full night's rest.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Newt's got 2 hours of activity that he can just examine the area.
He's gonna masturbate loudly
With his snake.
Yeah, Newt's just going to wander for 2 hours.
Okay.
I kind of want to do the same, at least for a couple hours, kind of like get some data of what's going on, where everything's at.
All right, and you're hanging out next to Jim.
Yep.
Okay.
Do I notice he's also kind of doing the same thing?
Roll perception. I mean, would you be like hiding it?
No,
No, then you would notice. If he's not hiding it, then
I'm
you
not
would notice.
stealthing. I'm just examining the area for
Like
weak points and
The
everything.
what, like the town or just like the
Yeah,
barracks?
noting guard towers,
Okay.
barracks, like steps. He's counting steps of every little area that he can get. It's fun stuff.
Yeah. So, what would you want to do with Jim?
Oh, I was just gonna ask him. Hey Jim, how you doing today?
Doing good. All right. Yeah.
Sounds good to me. You breathing?
You're alive?
Does he talk at all? Like, can he
You
converse?
never actually see him blink. It's just like he's just staring into like the fucking ceiling.
What happened to you out there, Jim? I heard you went out into the woods and you're the only one that's come back.
The horse! The horse!
The whores?
Damn it!
Hold on.
I'm kind of excited to be in testing.
Okay. We won't talk about the W word. I don't want you to freak out again. How long have you been here?
He doesn't really
He's
like.
just-
He's just.
Incoherent again. Okay, well, I'm gonna lay down and just kind of watch Jim for a little while.
All right.
Leave him alone so he calms down.
As soon as like your eyes start to close, you hear.
I'm not getting any sleep tonight.
It's one of those things. Now roll a perception.
One.
Okay, so
Aladdin.
you actually start to feel a little bit more relaxed. It's like you're having a dream of being on a boat, like it's rocking back and forth, kind of rocking you to sleep.
Okay.
And then seasickness.
Then you wake up and you throw up everywhere. What would you guys be doing?
I'm just kind of wandering around, like taking a look of like what I can see of the forge, like what items they might be or confirming what the highway is.
It's anywhere from armor to weapons to shackles to different types of like I don't know, like you see like a fucking a cylinder, almost like a bear trap, but it's just the cylinder, not like the teeth. And then whenever it gets to the magical area, you see people like they're imbuing it with some type of energy.
Can I see or am I able to like get close enough to kind of tell what the magic process they're doing there?
Not really, because there are guards stationed in that area to kind of like observe the work to make sure it's nobody's stopping the line. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. Would I be able to get close enough and maybe be able to like tell potentially what they're doing?
Not really.
Okay.
They're like you can see that they have different items. They rotate out like the different type of spellcasters. It's not the same guy doing it all day. Like they'll be like, okay, this is a sword. We need this guy to come over here and fucking imbue it.
Did I notice that like for specific types of items, they call in specific people?
Yeah. Give me a. I don't know what this would be to try to figure out like what type of magics or anything. Give me an Arcana.
Oof.
He got oof. What's that get?
3.
Yeah, you can't really tell. You just notice that they are rotating people in and out.
I at least notice that it's like, okay, it's this item. They have this people.
Yeah, every time that this fucking shield model comes up, they bring in either one of two different guys to come over here and do something with that.
Okay.
Wait, they have a night shift?
Oh yeah, it's
Oh,
constantly running.
fucking-
The thrum of hammers is constant.
We got lucky. We got day shift. We came in at the right time.
So,
All the people with
anything
seniority
that you
are
want-
pissed. They're like, fuck, this is bullshit. I've been here for 2 years. So
Newt, what are you wanting?
I'm counting steps between every building and the buildings between the perimeter of the guards and from guard tower to guard tower. He's putting it all into his memory. Like,
Looking like Zach Galifianakis about to play poker.
kind of, yeah.
Got the wolf.
He's
shirt
he's
on
wanting to
and
get like the full, he's wanting to get the full perimeter that he can.
So, this place, it's not like a military establishment. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't purpose for that. It has been repurposed. So, all of the guard towers were, like, the original, like, watchtowers of the town. Like, you know what I mean? And so, it's not as mathematically, we need this building here because it makes the most sense. It was, this guy was a farmer and he had a fucking stable here. You know what I mean? So, this is where the stables are. This guy over here, he was doing this for the town, so this is what we did. This is the school. Now it's the mess hall.
Okay. Newt's also going to mark like the locations of every important building in this place.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna send you guys a picture.
sweet. At the same time, Newt is also going to take into account how much random rubble is everywhere in this place, like loose boards, barrels, various stuff like that. And then after about 2 hours, he's gonna go back and not sleep. He just lays down and stares at the ceiling. It looks like he's sleeping with his eyes open
Like Jim.
for 4 hours.
It's kind of haunting. Hang on real quick. I'm trying to find you guys.
Do you also only sleep for 4 hours, good sir?
Sometimes.
Okay, this is going to be a nightmare for Craig then, because we can just... One of us sleep for
Rotate.
4 hours, the other one sleeps for 4 hours, and we can do perfect shifts.
That's not a nightmare.
This is
I
going
guess
to
means
whenever
one
I
of
get
you is
back, I
gonna-
see you return.
be... You tag out.
I'm kind of interested in what all you saw while you're out and about. What all you did.
As Newt looks to... what was your character's name again?
Alar.
Alar. Newt looks to Alar. I was taking notice of just everything. Distance between the buildings and the guard posts. Tomorrow night I'm probably going to figure out
Don't disregard that.
guard reaction times to see how quickly they can respond to an issue. In the mess hall they were pretty quick, like what? 10 seconds reaction.
Disregard the words on here.
Okay,
It
fine.
was just like, I'm just gonna add words.
I'm gonna ask, why are you getting all this data for?
Yeah, in case we want to not breakouts, but kind of
Okay.
sort ourselves away from this place for our betterment. I don't know how many days I'm willing to forge for. It was hard work, and I wasn't happy with it.
From a distance, wing, wing, wing,
Oh, that is
wing,
my
wing.
that is my wake up alarms. Time for Newt to go back to work. Shit.
Shit.
Shut that out. But yeah, that's Newt's day.
All right. The wasp.
Oh, it went into the.
It went to the dying place.
Maybe I should put like a cover over
It's
that.
gonna be fucking pissed when it gets out.
I'm gonna kill you all.
All right, so this is a perfect time to take a break and talk to our sponsors, and then we'll come back and see what the next day holds.
If we're all not dead from this fucking wasp, he's
Yeah.
getting angry.
Can we get sponsored by fly swatter?
Dan, do you want to tell us about RSR merch?
Yeah, RSR merch is our own personal merch store. My favorite collection out of all of our merch is the Bat Rat stuff. It's freaking great. It's just literally a rat dressed up in like a Batman costume. I own like 2 different variations of the shirt because that's how much I've enjoyed Bat Rat. You can also get hoodies, tumblers, hats. Okay, and hats. And backpacks, which you can get your own Tasty Freeze backpack and feel like a real...
Real douchebag.
I was going to say producer, but, you know.
Same thing.
Yeah. So, yeah, check out RSR merch and get yourself something from there today. And then, Craig, back to you for Dice Envy.
Well, I like DiceEnvy.com, where you can get your stone dice, wooden dice, metal dice, resin dice, mystery dice, your advent calendar dice. They have little dice. They have big dice. They have all of your dice needs at DiceEnvy.com / it's not / Ready Set Roll anymore. We have a link now that you can click in the show notes or use Ready Set Roll. Oh, it's all caps, no spaces.
Jesus
check
Christ.
But yeah, so go to DiceEnvy.com and get you some dice. They're really nice dice. I love my wooden dice that I used in, well, it wasn't Legends, it was Divides. I used my wooden dice for Jose de la Mancha. And so they always rolled good for me. I love the tactile feel of the wooden dice. But yeah, go get some Dice Envy dice today. Dan, what should these people do with their fun times? Should they tell somebody about them?
Word to mouth. I mean, yeah, word of mouth.
Yeah.
Word of mouth, not word to mouth.
Word to mouth.
Good lord.
When you're kissing your lady, put those words in her mouth.
When you're kissing your lady, whisper, Ready, set, roll.
It gets them super moist.
Oh, God.
You take off her pants and you go, roll initiative.
Never.
Yeah. As always, telling your friends, telling your family, telling people about a podcast does more to boost it than anything else. So yeah, tell people, especially because we're going into the holidays.
Yep. And if you have a little extra time on your hands and you catch up on Ready, Set, Roll, go back and listen to our previous catalog on our Podbean feed. It's in the show notes below. Take you directly to our website where you can listen to all our previous episodes, and you can listen to Jose de la Mancha on Divides, where I literally kind of carry that whole fucking campaign because half the time Dylan wasn't there and the other half Austin wasn't paying attention. So, I think we can rock back into the episode.
Woo!
And we're back. That was a great commercial break. I feel like it was really good. Secondly, all right, so the next day starts up. You see a guard come in, and he starts rattling off names as he says, Forge! And he just kind of like says people's names.
Yeah.
And if there is no complaints, he grabs the people in the chain gang, and you all kind of go back out. They sit you down in the exact same spot you were before, and you go back to hammering away at your life. Then some people come back in and say testing, and they start rattling off your names, and then they take you off to the testing facility, the holding area. A couple more people come in, and you notice this time there's a lot less people than 12. There is about 4 people.
Raggy.
Jim is one of those people. And then there's another guy. You don't know who he is, but actually, it's the guy that John you talked to earlier. That has never had his name called.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he looks super nervous. Like, whoa, we had a lot more people here yesterday. This is bad because that means my number is probably going to get called, and I am not happy about it. In there, you do see that there are 2 new stacks of like jackets or whatever that have the numbers on them. You can assume one is for you and one is for you. They are tailored to your size. You go and put it on, and it literally goes, and it kind of like disappears, and you're like, "Fuck! I hope I remember my number."
What's my number?
You are 227.
What was mine?
228.
21.
21.
The cursed number.
That was fucking horrible.
The amount of times that number popped up in that campaign was terrifying.
So, as you guys see, the person that comes in that reads off the numbers, they read off Jim's number. Jim freaks the fuck out and runs head first into a wall and, like, fucks himself up. Pretty badly. The guy's like, well, that was unforeseen. Next, 227, 228, as he kind of looks around for you all to... All right.
That's me, I win.
43, and that guy that you all been talking to, he is super nervous about this and not extremely happy about it.
We're gonna get into some shit.
As they bring you guys out into, they get closer to the storage area. They bring you all into the storage area. There are a couple, like, not a couple guards, just like, there's actually, it's kind of posted up. Like, there's 2 guards out front, a guard inside, and then once you get inside, you notice that the guards have like 4 or 5 different stacks of boxes that have been opened. They look at you, Norman, and they say, "What's your fighting style?
What do you mean?
Do
Like-
you shoot things with a bow? Are you
Oh,
more of
I
a
just-
sorting guy, or?"
Just use my staff,
Okay, great.
which
Well,
is about 4 inches long.
sounds good to me.
So
So
a club.
They hand you.
In my size,
They hand you a bracelet, and it's kind of got like spidery vibes, and it runs up your arm. Once they set it down, it runs up your arm and latches on.
I freak out.
Yeah. And you feel super drained once it latches on, and then there's like an emerald glow that comes off of it once it's latched on. And they gave you, they said a club, right? A staff?
Yes.
They give you like a Rafiki style staff.
Nice.
The Rafiki style staff is literally a club that we'll figure that out in a minute whenever we get going. But it does have the stats of a club. It's
Okay.
not a staff, it is a club. To you, my friend, what is your fighting style?
Duelist rapier with a shield too.
Okay, well you will get a shield. Have fun with that.
Sword? No. All right.
No. As they hand you a shield, the shield has a large ruby in the center of it. And that's it. And they give the other guy that you never asked his name, Timothy. Good old Timothy. They give him a dagger. It's a small dagger. And that's all they give you guys. Right. So let's go ahead and load up. It seems like it's your all's unlucky day to go out to the Witchwood. Timothy is like, he is super nervous, like I said. He freaks out, and he goes, "I'm not going out!" And he goes to stab at one of the soldiers. And they fucking light him up full of fucking, arrows. Not arrows, bolts, sir. It's bolts. By the time he gets done, he looks like a goddamn porcupine. And they all kind of laugh, and they kind of kick his body out of the way, and they're like, huh. Well, the Duke's not going to like this result. I think we need 2 more people. Hey, you guys came in with like 4 people, didn't you? Where'd they end up going?
Forge.
I have no idea.
Forge.
Snitch.
Forge.
Misery likes company.
Wait, wait. He said foraging. That's where they went foraging.
right. My bad. Not forge. Forging. Forging. Yeah. Whoops.
So, they kind of like pull you guys out. They go and ask the officer that checks everybody in, who came in with you guys. They get you the names, and they come over to the forge. And they say, "Ihawe, way, hee-hee-ha."
First thing, she was in the hot box. Did they ever get her out of that?
Yeah, the next morning they come and bring you out and pull you over to...
Okay.
They don't give you any water or anything.
I imagine not. You just never mentioned that. You just
Yeah,
said
yeah,
from
my
the buildings. I just wanted to confirm that. Okay.
Yeah. The morning, whenever your shift comes, they come and grab you and bring you back to work.
Yeah.
The Duke will not have an empty chair.
Newt would give Ahaway the food that he snuck.
Oh, that's sweet.
It's a turkey leg.
It's super salty, though.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
It's a little old. But
I think Noel's gonna care.
because, you know, even though she ate, she probably needs more food, breakfast.
Substance.
So, yeah, he passes it off sneakily to Ahaway. Here you go.
She immediately scarfs it down before anyone could like stop her. It's just
Bone
there's
and
no attempts to hide it. She's just
all. Bone and all, it's calcium.
probably.
And now her mouth is super dry.
Now her mouth is super. Exactly. So, they say, "Ahaway, ha-ha, ha-ha, ha-ha."
It's like, why can't humanoids ever get it right?
That the big thing over there. They point at you.
Yeah.
You're coming with us.
Why?
And you see in the background like Norman is kind of like looking down, like, oh shit, and then Alar, he's over there like,
Hi, friend.
and then you hear him go, Newt, is there a Newt?
There's one on the ground scurrying away.
Newt.
I was like, why are you talking?
I'm looking for a Newt.
And Howie's just blatantly, Newt, they're calling your name.
Boy, get up.
Yeah, I'm Newt.
Okay, Kratos.
Boy.
Boy.
So,
I mean, he's stuck getting up anyways because she's going to drag him along by that freaking waist chain.
So they take you all back to the storage area. Within the storage area, you do see there's a map in the background of the Witchwood area that's kind of hand drawn. But I can't give you any more than that unless you guys roll for it.
I would.
Oh, yeah,
What
she's
kind of
definitely going to want to look at it. Doesn't matter, I rolled a 3, so a 4.
Ooh, we got a 19.
Nice.
18.
Is it perception?
Howie looks at it, she's right, she can't read.
Jesus Christ! I've not rolled above a 10 this entire fucking.
Yes.
I touched your dice when you were
19.
left.
You son of a bitch!
All right. So the ones that have rolled a good, you know who you are. You notice that they have a map that has patrol routes on it. There is a part on the southern part of the map that says, "Don't fucking go here. It's very dangerous." And yeah, that's kind of like the gist of what you're seeing at a glance. Without the map, you're not going to be able to be like, "Oh, I know the patrol route." You get what I'm saying?
Okay, it's just like a general idea
Yeah.
of like they might patrol through here.
Yep.
Unless I have the map. Okay.
So they come up to Newt and they say, "Newt, what's your fighting style?"
I don't remember.
Okay,
Fuck.
great. They give you some boots.
Don't show me. What am I supposed to just kick somebody? Yes, sir.
You, a hallway. He. They point at you.
Yeah, she's just staring at him.
You're big, right? Big, bulking. What's your fighting style? I assume it's not anything other than punching.
I like axes. They're nice.
Okay. Great. We'll give you this. And they give you, like, a cape.
You can. There's a look in her eye where she's literally thinking about just attacking him. Like, there is a glint of murder in her eyes for a very quick second.
They take you all out and funnel you onto another cart. This cart doesn't have the same configuration. It's open, like it's an open cart, and they bring you all out back into the woods. You do notice. Give me another perception real quick, so I can tell you the layout, direction.
20.
Damn, dude, you're rolling good on these perceptions.
Dirty 20.
Oh.
I finally rolled above a 10.
Got 17 total.
Okay. Rolled like shit. I can tell.
Hey,
Everybody but Yahweh.
she's too busy with this cape.
God damn it.
She's like, what the fuck is this thing supposed to do? She's like, why? She's like, what am I supposed to do with this?
You notice.
You put it on, duh.
Orale, come on.
You notice that you are going in the general direction of south.
Oof. Hey, guys. I looked at that map back there that was hanging on the wall. I don't know if you guys saw that or not.
Yeah, we're going to the sketchy part, aren't
Yes. This is not good.
What am I supposed to do with a fucking cape?
we? You wear it.
Don't give it to me.
Why?
I don't know.
It's gonna get caught in things.
Whatever
How
you
long is this cape actually?
So for a normal person, it would be a pretty decent cape, like down to their ankles. But for you, it looks
It's
almost
gonna
like
go
a
like right
bib.
above my butt.
Yeah.
You can make it into a funny hat.
My turban.
So as you all enter the Witchwood, the Witchwood is a labyrinth of shadow and silence, a place where even the faintest sound seems swallowed up before it can echo. A small glow flickers in the distance, but fades. Every now and then, you swear you hear a faint whisper, like voices just beyond the trees. Words you can't quite make out, beckoning. Once or twice, you swear you see shadows move through the trees, like a ghastly ghost vanishing. When you move towards it, the horrors of the woods are out there, or that's what the stories say. It's hard to tell what's real and what's the force playing tricks on your mind. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
No!
Go into the spooky woods.
Who snitched?